All righty, all righty. Good morning. I know I'm a little early this morning, but I saw that you were here, Michael. And, first off, thank you so much for your support of this presentation, this series. And I wanted to see, before everybody else jumps on here, Michael, give me your honest assessment and feedback of these series. We got a short week. I'm still playing with the idea of whether or not I'm going to do something for tomorrow because after all, at 12 noon, most people are still not going to be doing anything Eastern time. But seriously, if you don't mind coming off mute and give me your assessment of the series, what it's meant to you, and is there any real value here?
Great, thank you very much. Again, it's very helpful because it's presented in a layman's terms where we can understand it. I mean, even the person that doesn't have an IT background, just copy and paste generally. Um, I'm learning the fact that, AI finding a job, AI can do all this. I mean, I just got a certification, but before that, I just thought it was just a reference tool, kind of like Google search or something.
Mm.
Now it's a creator. I see more potential with it, and I know the newest version is coming out later this month, potentially, which should integrate more video, photography, and editing capabilities. With my background as well, aside from finance, that's what I do. It's always been my background, it's been in media and production. So I'm kind of interested in to see how that would integrate in with other programs. Can AI go into like Creative Suite? Can it go into Excel? I toyed with it yesterday with
Yeah.
a program doing spreadsheets. It did it. I mean, now I checked it though. The numbers were off on the number of columns, how many contents in the number of columns. It was off by one. So you do have to check that, like you were saying, you have to verify. But it did it. I was amazed. I mean, I don't even know what I was doing, and it explained it to me in a term in which I understood. That's the one thing I notice about this in the way you're teaching the program is that we're learning something new every day. The fact that it can enhance our lives and help us as a great tool instead of as a replacement, because eventually, as you know, it's going to replace a lot of jobs. So, with this understanding that you're presenting it to us, I'm a lot more confident now. I know what to do and what to type and how to type in. I'm kind of curious now to see how it integrates now with programs because I saw what it did with Excel. I want to see what it does with other programs.
Right, right. Well, first of all, let me just tell you, I was playing around with it with Excel, just so happens as well. And hey, welcome Patrice, welcome Donna. We got started a little bit early today. Wanted to get feedback, so you're right on time. But one of the other things I did, Michael, this morning, and certainly I'm not going to give any investment advice, but based on the jobs report that came out, as well as the impending tariffs that we're looking at, the July 9th deadline, et cetera. And I asked uh, ChatGPT, um, I said, all right, I'm gonna go to the very beginning here, and then I'm gonna open it up some more here. Oh my goodness, there's so much. And I did this on my phone, it's ridiculous. Um, All right, come on, scroll all the way to the top. Well, it gave me a lot. I said, hey, chat, according to the World Economic Forum, what do they say is arguably the most exciting human discovery since fire? And that was based on a commercial that I saw where this guy was going to be giving investment advice. And so he said, hey, William, according to the World Economic Forum, artificial intelligence, AI, is often described as arguably the most exciting human discovery since fire and it quoted Sam Altman, and it said the comparison points to AI's potential to reshape, to your point, every industry, enhance human capabilities, and even redefine what it means to work, learn, and create. Let me know if you want. And then I said, well, what I would really like to know are the stocks that would be involved in this great discovery that will probably bring huge returns on investment. And absolutely, William, if AI is the biggest discovery since fire, then investing in the quote unquote picks and shovels of that discovery, just like during the gold rush, could lead to substantial returns. Here's a breakdown of key AI related stocks across different segments of the AI ecosystem, along with why they matter. And then it went on, and we were in this little session here for a good 45 minutes. It eventually gave me let's see here. Oh my goodness. It eventually gave me a print-ready version of a 90-day AI watch list sheet, giving me the potential
Oh,
net
wow.
returns.
Wow. So I wonder if you could tweak it to where it gives you the current market values
Oh
and
no,
do.
wait, stop. It showed the market values. And
Oh,
I was watching CNBC. So this is part of what prompted this. So I actually looked up all of the current market values for all of the stocks it gave were right on point. It
I
gave
wonder
it
if it
gave
can.
me
Oh
it
my
gave
gosh.
me buy price, it gave me trigger sell prices.
Oh,
Um
it wasn't hallucinating?
no, 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 no. No, no,
Wow.
no. I checked the math. I checked the math. So
Wow.
yeah.
I mean,
So
I wonder if you can connect it with your Robinhood or whatever and have it just auto buy for you or whatever when it hits a
well,
certain amount.
well, chat may not be able to, but there I can actually, if I wanted to, I can create an agent that would be able to do that for me.
What?
Oh,
Wow.
I would love to know how to do that.
Yes. Okay. Again, these are a few things that we're going to be sharing going forward. And look, first of all, let me do my opener because it's 1 minute after, and then we'll get back to our Q&A here. So to those of you who welcome back to those of you who've been following this series, either in person or by watching the replays, and a warm welcome if it's your first time joining. This is Daily AI Prompts for Job Seekers, and I'm William Craig III, a professional career coach. And I have a clear mission for this series to help you move beyond overwhelm and into action. The fact is, people who put out resources with hundreds of AI prompts are well meaning, but too many prompts can actually be paralyzing. So instead, I focused on giving you just one powerful, practical prompt each day. And my goal is real simple to help you run your job search or job campaign with clarity, confidence, and strategy using AI as your assistant, not your replacement. So, thank you. Michael, I started a little bit early because I wanted to get feedback on, we're 2 weeks into the series and wanted to get an understanding of how you're viewing this from the standpoint of, is there any value that I'm bringing? Certainly, I want to make sure that I give you the tools that are working for you. And so we got into a little sidebar conversation there. And like I said, I decided on my phone, mind you, using the ChatGPT app to go down that road with regards to what I was watching as the jobs report came out and various pontificators were sharing their opinions of what's next. So yeah, so really exciting, and thank you so much, Michael, for sharing. Hey, Patrice, you came into the room next. If you don't mind, would you come off mute and share your opinion of what I've been sharing here over the past couple of weeks, and is there, where can I improve, or how has this been affecting you in your job campaign?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. So it was very interesting as I was reflecting. When I started your series, I was literally pulling myself out of an extended pity party because I was trying to take, various pieces of advice all over on how to set up my job search, and it was getting me nowhere. And I started to use
Mm,
chat, and really download my frustrations and everything I wanted to do. And it was funny, it kind of started. And then when your series started, it just kind of matched and it brought my energy up tremendously. Like
wow.
all your campaign, I turned it from looking at it as a job search to a job campaign. It's been way more successful in terms of results and outcomes. I'm
Wow.
enjoying it. So behind the scenes, I'm like tweaking different things, but it's just given me the focus and the motivation in a strategic way that I was not employing 4-year series. So this is why I tap in every time I can, any opportunity I can during the week, and when I
Mm.
miss it, I do the replays, I'm taking notes. So I can't thank you enough for all the wisdom that you're imparting. And I just look
Wow.
forward to continuous learning. Yes, thank you.
Oh, wow. No, thank you so much. And again, I'm not one of these people that's out here just seeking a spotlight, okay, for the sake of seeking a spotlight. Again, and I think I shared this with you guys. Uh, there's a guy who does he sends out prompts, and but number one, he doesn't do it on a daily basis, and then his prompts are all over the place. They're about all kinds of different things, and while that, I'm sure there's a market for it, and I subscribe to it, and I save the prompts. Haven't looked at any of them yet, but the point is, it gave me the idea because I said, well, wait a minute. I see all of these posts with multiple prompts. I see this guy who's sending out prompts, here and now, willy-nilly, on all kinds of things. But wouldn't it be kind of cool to have just a prompt a day? And specifically targeted to folks who are in the job market, who are looking for their next opportunity. And so, again, without doing any real market research, if you will, focus groups, I decided here's what I'm going to do, and sat down and planned this out. So, thank you so much for sharing that. Your
That Friday
sentiments.
spin, that twist that you put on Friday's inspiration, marvelous, marvelous. Thank you. So
Wow, wow. Well, now see, that's another conversation, and quite honestly, that's a part of who I am as a person. And that was the one thing that I made a commitment to myself about, was that, while yes, I'm going to share what I know about AI, and like I share with you all, there are going to be some s- other topics that I'm going to include as we go along. And so I'm just getting all those things together and putting them in place. But the other thing is that I know is that I'm a person of faith, and I have a deep-seated faith that there's a power higher than me, power that higher than AI at play. And that when I tap into that, it helps make all of these other things work really well for me. So, if a person doesn't believe the same way I do, it's okay. I'm not mad, and certainly they don't have to watch. But at the same time, I feel that I would be really doing a disservice based on who I am as a person if I didn't include part of the recipe, if you will, that I believe has helped me be successful. And so thank you for saying that and sharing that with me as well. Hey, Donna, do you feel comfortable with coming off on mute rather, and sharing your thoughts about the series?
Absolutely.
Oh,
Um, I actually echo a lot of what Patrice had to say. Um, I've really been enjoying it. I love your approach to it. Much like you mentioned, I have been sort of scouring the internet and the resources, looking for prompts that would be useful in my
mm,
current scenario. And essentially, the biggest problem I have found is that either it's just this big, huge list of words, or with no connection to anything,
mm,
or it's just not really something that I find relevance in right now for my current situation.
gotcha.
So your approach is great because you're not only sharing the actual prompt, but you're sharing the results and kind of where you take it from there, which I find hugely helpful and
Mm,
motivating. Uh,
wow.
I mean, while yeah, I could take it and key it in and see what happens. It's to me, it's cool to have somebody else kind of do it along with me, as well as a group of others who are potentially in similar situations.
Wow.
So for that, I am greatly appreciative.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you, Donna, Patrice. Thank you, Michael. And Donna, you just gave me an idea that maybe, and I don't know how well this will work, but like maybe one Saturday morning, I might do a workshop and we could actually have
Perfect.
everybody
Perfect.
open their computers and we do some prompting together, and you guys I can do it and then you all can do it and we can talk about the results. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Wow. All right. This is good. Good stuff here.
This is
Very good.
awesome. You've created something that's awesome because, God bestowed this upon you and you're just paying it forward and helping so many out. That is tremendously a helpful aspect to have that class to do that, because I've put in some of the prompts that you've put in and I've come up with different results. So I exactly want to see what we're doing.
Great, great, great. All righty. Well, all right. This has been heartwarming for me. Thank you so very much. And again, nice to know I am barking up the right tree, got my ladder up against the right wall, however you want to say it. But just one more little commercial here. We've got time. I will get into today's prompt. But little commercial. I have decided to go back to the other platform, the StreamYard platform. And the neat thing is I started actually setting things up this morning. And so after I set it up, I'm going, well, wait a minute, how is everybody going to access it? And then I went into my LinkedIn profile and they're already queued up. I just started like with the first 3 days for next week. They're already queued up in LinkedIn for me. And I'm like, yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. All right. And so I'll finish out the next 2 weeks because, as I told you, I'm going to be away doing teaching at a summer enrichment program for youth. And so our time will change to 2 p.m. Eastern for the next 2 weeks. But the neat thing is, number one, if you're connected to me already, which all of you should be, and if you're watching this replay and you're not, then please send me a connection request on LinkedIn so that you can be connected with me. Because number one, you'll be able to go to my profile and look on events, and you'll see each of the sessions already there. And that's where it's going to show up live every day. But the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to send out invitations to all of my connections. So if you're connected to me, then you'll get an invitation, and that way we can make sure that you're able to continue with the series. Does that sound good? If that sounds good, can you give me a thumbs up? All right. All right. I got thumbs up. I got thumbs up. All righty. Super. So let's share. Thank you, Donna. I got thumbs up all around. Let's share my screen with my chat GPT on screen
And
number
William, the
4.
chat is disabled again.
Oh yeah, I forgot to. Yeah, see, that's another thing. I'm like, why do I have to turn this thing off every day? I put it in the settings, and yet and still, it's not working. So I have to manually go in and boom, there we go. Thank you so much for that, Patrice. So yeah, because the other thing about StreamYard is when you put your comments in, not only will it show up just kind of like a chat box, but I can then click on it and highlight it, and you'll be able to see everybody's comments on the screen, and I think that's a really cool feature. All righty, so let's go ahead and share screen number 4 in today's prompting. Boom, there it is. And so uh, brainstorm 5 job titles that combine Mary's key skills and passions, then shortlist the top 3. She's looking for work up, do I get a little typo? Work in the in the San Francisco, California metro area. Remember to add all of the contact information as previously instructed. So the purpose of this prompting is to help us to get or to think outside of the box as it relates to job opportunities. So chat already has Mary's resume. And again, you know that when you are uploading using this plus sign here, uploading your resume to chat, you want to take out your name and your contact information and just leave everything else the same from the core competencies down. And and so here we go. Mary is now looking for work in the San Francisco, California area, and we're looking at job titles that combine her key skills and passions, and then we're asking it to shortlist the top three. Now, the neat thing about this is once you do this, run this once, you could do it again and say, give me three more, right? Or we can increase the number to 10 and shortlist the top five. And then based on that, we can continue to go. But let's see what we've got here. And so that was about 11 seconds. Here are 5 job titles that blend Mary's ARAP expertise, organizational strength, independent work ethic, and passion for purpose, all suitable for roles in the San Francisco, California metro area. So the 5 role ideas: accounts payable manager, accounts receivable and payable manager, financial project coordinator, market project coordinator finance focused. The top 3 shortlisted roles with contact information: accounts payable manager leverages Mary's AP background and leadership skills, high compensation in San Francisco with tech or finance firms. Where to apply: Robert Half, their San Francisco office, and apply via Robert Half AP manager listing. And here are the sites: ZipRecruiter, roberthalf.com. Of course, that's where we would go. And then there are a couple more. Uh, Call Houston office equivalent. Actually, San Francisco, Robert Half, San Francisco, 415, and then it says standard SF number, please verify. Okay, interesting. Let's see here. Accounts receivable and payable manager, full cycle ARAP experience, strong fit with hybrid remote ready roles, offering strategic influence. And then this one can be found on LinkedIn. Accounts receivable and collections manager at Synthago, Redwood City, which is near San Francisco. So while this is saying apply via LinkedIn posting, you guys know I'm going to Synthago. As a matter of fact, I'm going to just copy that, and we're going to check our work, as they used to say in school. And I'll come back to that. Financial project coordinator bridges ARAP precision with project oversight, shows growth towards operations with system coordination. Ramboll SF, San Francisco, financial project coordinator, apply via ZipRecruiter, ZipRecruiter like listing. Interesting. Contact Ramboll SF office directly. All right, next steps. Accounts payable manager, connect with the Robert Half recruiter in San Francisco, ask for the AP manager position and reference Mary's ARAP leadership. The manager at Synthago, use the LinkedIn link to apply and include a message highlighting her full cycle ARAP expertise. Financial coordinator, apply via Ramboll listing and follow up with their San Francisco office to express interest. Would you like help customizing? So what I am going to do is I'm going to check it on one thing. Move my mic out of the way. Oh, no, here's what I'll do, because I did this morning too. So chat, if you remember, we actually came up with some goals for Mary. Would you compare the results you just gave us for Mary with those goals and make any improvements to your list if needed? All righty. So, chat, and I could go ahead. I don't know, this is just habit. So chat, if you remember, we actually came up with some goals for Mary. And would you compare the results you just gave us for Mary with those goals and make any improvements to your list if needed. So let's see what it comes up with. Absolutely. Let's cross-check these three shortlisted roles against Mary's previously established 5-year goals and make improvements if needed. Mary's 5-year goals, see that? It brought back those goals that we did all those, what was that, last week sometime. And so here are the goals and current shortlist and their alignment with the goals. Accounts payable manager, goals 1, 2, 3, and 4. Strong match. Senior role, opportunity for leadership, likely hybrid with growth potential. AR AP manager, goals 1, 2, and 3. Excellent for financial scope and operational oversight. Values alignment depends on culture. And then financial project coordinator, goals 2, 3, and 4. Great bridge role for moving into PM ops, but may not carry the same seniority or pay level. So suggested improvement. Let's replace the financial project coordinator, and this is what I was thinking, with a role that better aligns with goal 1, because that's the first area that she needs to be focused on. And goal 5, values and autonomy. Why? Because we know how important her values are. Again, and for you all, it should be the same. You want to get up in the morning feeling like, yes, I'm going to do something that's meaningful, something that's fulfilling. And it says, especially since Mary's looking for upward mobility in a mission aligned organization. So here's what it is: recommending a billing manager position with UCSF, and I believe that's the University of California, San Francisco. Health. Why it's better: combines healthcare, values driven, financial leadership, cross-functional coordination, and direct AR/AP application. Estimated salary 95 to 120K. I don't think Mary's going to be mad at that. You can apply through, or she can apply through the UCSF Health Careers Portal. And here's the human resources contact information and an illustrative job posting example is what it's giving here. Um, yeah, I'm curious. This link isn't verified. Okay, so I'm not going to do that then. Finalize shortlist, align with Mary. So it redid the list for us. And then here we could simply click here to copy the table, go over into a Word document and paste it. And we've got that information. Let me know if you'd like to draft a positioning statement or resume headline tailored to any of these. So again, here we go. And now it's on, and we're about to be on here for the next half hour, right? But what I did want to do is I wanted to check it based on the information that it gave me. So here we go. Synthago Corporation. All righty. Redwood City. Okay, great, great, great. Well, let's go to the website. And here, can you all still see my can you still see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, cool beans, thanks. All right, so where are careers right here? Nope, that's cancer, almost. Let's scroll to the bottom. Typically it's at the bottom. And so careers, here we are. All righty, see open positions. And all right, so they have these grouped: sales operations, facilities technician, sales, and then supply chain shipping associate. So I am not seeing this position. What was the position as Synthago? AR/AP manager. So let's do this then. Let's go into LinkedIn and we'll click on paste in Synthago Corporation. And we're going to go to jobs. It says no. Okay, I don't want Prince George's County, Maryland. Clear that. All right. And so let's click on jobs. Clear. So let's just type in What was that? It told us Redwood, was it? Redwood, California, I believe. Let's see here. Redwood City. All right, Redwood City, California. So let's go to, oops, got to spell it right, William. Redwood City, California. There we are. All right, look at this. Now we got something else. So it's only showing us two results here on LinkedIn, a clinical director and a software engineer. So um, going back to Patrice's question earlier, is it hallucinating? So there are only two posted here on LinkedIn. So let me go back to chat and challenge chat here. Hey, chat. Not seeing the Synthico position. I should have spoke it out. Listed on LinkedIn. All right. I couldn't find the Synthigo AR AP manager listing currently. It appears to have been filled or removed. The LinkedIn page still shows historical listings, but not an active role. All righty. So updated shortlist for San Francisco. So now it's giving us something else. All righty. And uh, okay. And we got, oh wow. So it's, it's giving us three new ones. So let me just tell it. Tell it. So here's the mic. Great. Thank you so much for providing three additional job titles and companies for Mary to consider. However, please update your memory so that in the future, you are only providing Mary or me with active job listings, not those that are showing up on historical pages. All right, great. And I'm just going to clean this up for my own sanity. Great. Thank you so much for providing three additional job titles companies for Mary, not married, to consider. However, please update your memory so that in the future you're only providing Mary or me with active job listings, not those that are showing up on historical pages. Got it. I've updated my memory. I will now only provide active job listings for Mary or for you going forward. No historical or expired roles, even if they still appear on platforms like LinkedIn. Let me know when you're ready to review the next set of listings or if you'd like help applying. And so here we go with 2.5 minutes left. This is so very important because one of the things that I hear all the time is the fact that, and then, Patrice made was a valid question. Was it hallucinating based on the information that it gave me? But I did the same thing then that I did just now. I checked the math and I checked the actual stock prices, and it was right on the money. But here's the thing: people will get discouraged, and they'll let's say in this case, they went to the Synthigo site, they went to LinkedIn, they didn't find it. So they go, oh, this thing doesn't work. This thing is a waste of time. This guy doesn't know what he's talking about. But here we go. You've got to check it because look at what it says at the very bottom here. Chat GPT can make mistakes. Check important information. Okay, right? They're giving you the warning. But the bigger piece is when I called it on it, it said, hey, the job was there. it must have been filled. It's still showing up on a historical LinkedIn posting. So, all right, it's not so much that it made mistakes, but I just didn't tell it that I only want active listings. Does that make sense? Okay. So again, it's garbage in, garbage out to the extent that we can be really specific to get the information that we need. All right, I'm going to stop sharing. Again, hey there, Monica. Good to see you. Um, I'm glad that we were able to chat a little bit. Again, I appreciate your feedback. Remember, for next week, we're going back to tried and true StreamYard. Again, everything is already being queued up in my events section on my profile, so you'll be able to access the show. I'm just calling it a show. The show live from my profile next week as well. Everything what do you call it? The link that I gave you for the YouTube channel, that's always good. Everything is going to go there because I am streaming live to both LinkedIn and YouTube at the same time. So if you can't find it on one, you can definitely find it on the other. But again, make sure that you're connected to me because you'll get an invitation from me as well. Um, did you have a question, Donna? Come on off mute. Oh no. Okay. Okay. No worries. But yeah, make sure you're connected to me. If you're not, get connected to me. Send me a connection request. But again, I'll be sending out invites. And you know what? Just for the fun of it, because I'm that kind of guy, I'm going to be on here live tomorrow at 12 o'clock noon Eastern anyway. Okay. So if you can make it, great. If you can't, the replay will be available via YouTube for sure. And I'll continue. I'll just go ahead and do the Zoom for one more day, but starting Monday. And again, in case you missed it, Monday and then the following that next week and the week after, these sessions will be at 2 p.m. Eastern Time to accommodate my teaching schedule for these great young people that I'm going to be meeting. And then that third week, we'll be back to our regular 12 noon schedule. All righty, where can I find the YouTube link? Here, let me put it in the chat for you. Oh, let me give you the link for today because I forgot to do that the other day. I was so excited. All right, and we're a little bit over time, but my apologies. So first of all, here's the link for today. And again, this link will not only show you what we did today, but everything we've done, all righty, over the past couple of weeks here. And then the YouTube channel link is, and give me a moment. Um, youtube.com/. Okay, HTTPS, www. Yep, looks like we got it all. So here is the link for the YouTube channel. So, and if you're enjoying these, please, I encourage you to like and subscribe on my YouTube channel and share it with someone else who may need this information as well. You all gave me great feedback today about the benefits of the program to you. And so I thank you for that once again. And with that said, I'm going to bid you adieu. Please, please, please be safe in all you do. All righty. And I'll be here 12 noon tomorrow Eastern. If you want to join me, come on. If you can't, watch the replay.